First time listening to this music. It's not bad. Shame the game isn't all that good. Okie dokie. Everything seems to be running okay. I'm fingers crossed. We've got a double whammy today. I've been wanting to do a bit more than just one tier list per stream, so this is like a test for that. So we've got two tier lists I'm going to be doing today. We've got a character tier list here and a tier list for various equipment used in the series. And yes, we are doing a Xiaolin Showdown themed stream / tier list today. Recently my friends and I watched Xiaolin Showdown together. First time I've watched the series in at least 5 to 6 years, something like that. Had a hell of a lot of fun watching it with my friends. It was a good time, good laugh. So it's fairly still fresh in my brain. So I wanted to see if there was any tier list for Xiaolin Showdown for stars, and yeah, we've got a pretty detailed one here. Someone, shouts to whoever made this one, because I can clearly see a good chunk of effort was put into it. And yeah, we're doing two tier lists. We got that with the characters, and then we have the Shen Wu from the show. No Shaolin Chronicles stuff. I have not watched Shaolin Chronicles. I have no interest in Shaolin Chronicles. Maybe one day, if I'm really bored, I might give it a chance, but whatever. And just to clarify, in the background, I hope the music level isn't that bad. We have playing the what's it called? The music from the Xiaolin Showdown video game on the PS2. I sampled that game not too long ago. Could have been a better game, I'm not gonna lie. Kinda sucks. It's not that great. But you know, it is what it is. Let me just do that. Also, my webcam might look a little bit different. I'm trying to experiment with it, try and improve the quality. I mean, the quality is good, but the issue is, for me at the moment, the best time to stream is evening time, night time. Problem is, I need a light in my room, which means the light needs to be turned on. And my light is literally above my head. Like, the light in my room is on the ceiling, literally right above me. So no matter what, there's going to be a beam of light hitting me on my face. Ain't that lovely? It was never a problem before, but now that I'm trying to stream and you include the webcam into streams, it's kind of an issue. So I've made some changes. Tried to make some improvements on that. Hopefully it looks okay. I think it looks better. It's like a slight improvement compared to what it usually is. And we'll just have to make the best of it, you know? Anyway, let's finally get this tier list started. So first up, we're going to do the characters. And again, we've got a pretty well done tier list here. Pretty much have all the characters checked, both major and minor. So let's get this started. Immediately, Miss Cornhaven? Was it Cornhaven? I think that's Cornhaven. She was a scary teacher. I wouldn't want her as my teacher. Blackbeard. Eh. Billy the Kid. Eh. Bird of Paradise. You're fine. Treasure Guardian. Why was he only in one episode? He was only in one episode. Why was that? He deserves an A. He's funny. Blind Swordsman. You're not really a character, my guy. I'll put you in C because I don't think you're terrible. But I don't have much to say. Oh, Chucky. You're funny. Our first main character, though, is Clay. Hey. I'll put Clay in A tier. Clay's great. He's just a lovable character, I think. He's just neat. Oh, before I move on though, when I was watching it with my friends, the show, it came to my realization that Clay has the least amount of victories in A Xiaolin Showdown out of the main 4 characters. In fact, he has very few victories in Xiaolin Showdown on his... Actually, I think on his own, like I'm talking about solo showdowns, one-on-one showdowns, I think Clay has only like a few victories to his name compared to the other characters, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. But he's still great, he's still good. Clofang. Whatever your name is, you're fine. I like the twist of that episode, where he's the good guy and the mermaid was the villain. Oh, the squirrel. The monster squirrel. Honestly, Omi, you're valid to be scared of this squirrel. Look at it. Just look at it. Dojo. Dojo Kanojo Joe. He's S. He's S for me. He was always one of my favorite characters when I watched the show as a kid and when I rewatched it recently with my friends. It's just, he's funny. He's great. I feel like he could have been utilized a bit more. Like, I think he could have had some more, maybe not whole episodes, but at least scenes where he could have been more of a, what's the right word for it? They could have done more with him, but with what we got, he's just funny. He's great comic relief. Do we have, we got regular Jack Spicer. I think I was about to say Spasser. Regular Jack Spicer's down here, we'll get to him later, but this is Good Jack. Good Jack is one of the most annoying characters in the series, and I think he's hilarious because of that. My friends definitely didn't like him. There is a thing of being too positive, you know what I mean? Or just too outgoing. It's like, just please stop. Please just stop talking. Please. Master Daishi. Probably the best, one of the best characters from the past, if that makes sense. Like one of the older characters, I mean. What happened to Master Dashi? Did he die? Master Monk 1 and Jace Young got to live on. So where the hell did Master Daishi end up? It's weird that did he die? No. Yes? No? Oh, whatever. Point is, he's a good character. Jermaine. I think Jermaine is a perfect example of wasted potential in this show. Unfortunately, Jermaine is a character that only appears in a few episodes, and that's a damn shame. He should have been in more episodes. He should have been in season 3. He should have been part of the greatest story as just another character. He should have joined the team, right? Or even if he still didn't join the main cast, he should have been that recurring character that showed up from time to time to help out with the guys. You know what I mean? Jermaine is only in 2 episodes, and that sucks, because I think he was a great character. Because of that, though, I'm putting him in B. I would put him higher if he appeared more, and I think it's a shame that he wasn't in more. Hell, for what it's worth, I would have even accepted him being in Shaolin Chronicles, because he's not in Chronicles, is he? He doesn't appear in Shaolin Chronicles at all. So, for what it's worth, you could have at least put him in there. Kimiko. Another A. I like Kimiko. She's a funny character. She's probably one of my favourite female characters from this era of Cartoon Network / well, not even just Cartoon Network, just like from the early 2000s kids shows that I watched growing up. She's one of my favourite characters. Yeah, not much else to say. She's great. I love it when she has her angry outburst, and she's neat. She's fire. Megan. Don't really feel much towards you. You're only in 1 episode, don't really care. Master Feng. S tier. Master Feng is one of the best mentor characters in any show or film that I've watched. He's great. He's that old man who you should never underestimate. If you think you have a chance against him just because you're the young one and he's the old one, you're screwed. Did you see what Master Feng did against Chase Young's dogs, cats, tigers, whatever? And the monkeys as well, I think. The only thing that holds Master Feng back is his age. Other than that, he's great. He's still a worthy opponent. And you know what? It's a damn shame. He never appeared in a Xiaolin Showdown, did he? I think it would have been cool for him to just have a one-off Xiaolin Showdown. Just one. I'm just editing something on my OBS. But yeah, anyway, Master Feng, you should have had at least one showdown, maybe against Chase Young, or maybe against one of the other characters, or it could have been a training session where you even had a Shaolin showdown with one of the students, or give him a Shaolin showdown against Wuya. Just saying. But either way, Master Feng is one of the best characters. He's one of the best mental characters in any series that I've watched. And we go from one of the best mental characters to one of the worst mental characters. F. Never liked him. I never liked Master Monk 1. I just didn't like him. His first episode was pretty... Seriously, dude? You're willing to betray the heroes? You're willing to betray the main characters because you lost your stick? Oh, boo fuckity who. Like, seriously, man up, bitch. Monk 1 did not make a good first impression on me, and rewatching the show just reminded me even more how much I didn't like him. Or just not really care about him. He just doesn't leave any good impressions on me. I just don't care. So, whatever. Okay, so these guys are being lumped together. That makes sense. Jesus Christ, we'll get to you in a second. U-bots, the mini robot figures. I feel like if they were more utilized, I would care more about them. As they are, I'll just put them in C. Kimiko's father. He's only in one episode, so he's fine. I don't really have much to say about him. He's okay, you know. Who are you again? Oh, you're... where is he? Oh, do we have a character missing? Oh no, there he is. Tobimura. This is Tobimura's dog, isn't she? Right? This is Tobimura's pet. I think it was. I mean, I don't remember it much, so... Omi. Omi is a selfish, arrogant, confident, overconfident piece of shit at times. He is... He was always my least favourite out of the main four, even as a child. And I remember for a time, I want to say when I was rewatching the show during my teen years, I hated him. I really hated Omi. Like, if I was doing this tier list, say, 10 years ago, Omi would be here. If I was doing this tier list as a child, Omi would probably be here. And as it stands now, after recently watching it, he's still a piece of shit. He's still overconfident. He still needs a reality check, like almost every other episode. I'll put him in B. He's got potential, and he is still, you know, he means well. He just gets a little bit too cocky at times. Evil Omi. Omi as a villain is terrifying, really. His brief time as a villain, yeah, he was pretty damn scary. I would probably just put him in B tier, because he is the same character still. Like, even as evil, he retained a lot of his personality. I think I remember that was to Wuya's annoyance as well. Like, even when he was evil, Omi was still very cocky and hyperactive. So, yeah. Raimundo. Best character in the series. I'm sure I'm not the first person to say that. Favourite character in the series. I'm sure I'm not the first person to say that. Raimundo is... he's just cool. I don't have much else to say that I think other people haven't already said. I think he has a great arc in season 1 and the beginning of season 2. He made for a great villain. I like how it wasn't any. I mean, there was some manipulation with Ruya, sure, but it was all his choice, right? I love a character with a dark side. You know, a hero with a dark side is more interesting than a straight forward hero to me. So Raimundo he just ticked all the boxes for me for when I was watching this as a kid, for when I rewatched this as a teenager, and even rewatching it now as a young adult. Yeah, he's just great. He's just really awesome. He has a lot of great showdowns. One of my favorites being against Tubby here. We'll get to him later. And I think the only thing that sucks is that I know the focus is with Omi, but I think he should have had more of a vendetta with, or a rivalry with Chase Young as well. I guess that's kind of a shame, but still, Raimundo's just great. He's just awesome. He's just. I'm just going to be repeating myself if I stay here. So, again, Raimundo, just S tier, great character, has always been my favourite. He has some of the best showdowns / fights in the series. I think he has one of the best character arcs in the series. And he completely earned the title as leader at the end of the show. And it's a shame that we couldn't have gotten some kind of either season 4 or just a one-off movie or TV special dedicated to Xiaolin Showdown taking place after the season 3 finale, where Raimundo was in charge. Again, whether it be a film or a season or a TV special or something, Raimundo, seeing an actual story where Raimundo was the leader, I think would have been interesting. And it's a shame that the show got cancelled before it could have done that. Attila the Hun, you didn't really have much of a character, so I'll just put you there. The Black Vipers, okay, so Jesse's her own character, but I mean that makes sense. They're not really, whatever. The Chameleon Bot. Is RoboJack here, or is Chameleon Bot count as that? Should we count RoboJack as Chameleon Bot? Because it is him, right? I don't see RoboJack. I'll just put him in B, just to be on the safe side. Chase Young, I mean, he loses some points in season 3, I think, as a villain. But that doesn't stop me from doing this. Chase Young is one of the best things to ever happen to Xiaolin Showdown. He's one of the most memorable characters. He's one of the most memorable villains in the show. Again, I think season 3, he kind of got nerfed a bit. Like, he was still a threat, but he just wasn't as much of a threat as he was in season 2. And I liked how, again, similar to me liking a hero of a dark side, I like a villain who's willing to work with the heroes when it's necessary. Chase Young is a villain, but he knows that sometimes, like when the freaking spiders attack him, or when the spiders not just attack him, but attack like everyone, Chase is like, yeah, we need to work together, otherwise we're fucked. There we go. Chase's warriors? I mean, they were never really characters, so yeah. The Chi creature, he was scary. I'll give him that. Oh, by the way, back to Chase Young and Master Feng real quick. Shout out to Master Feng taking on Chase Young and Wuya while he's in a fucking wheelchair, all in bandages and cast. It's awesome. Cyclops is funny. I'm giving him A. Cyclops is just comic relief. I just think he's really funny. Dudebot. I'll put you there. Dyrus. I'll put you in B. Evil spiders, I mean, they are terrifying. I'll put them in B. Canape's kittens. was about to say Nittens. Oh, there's Catnappy, okay. Panda Bubba's henchmen. They didn't have much to them, but they were funny enough. Granny Lily. The jellyfish. That was Raimundo's fear, wasn't it? I don't. Eh. GG. Plants, man. They're dangerous. Hannibal Roy Bean. He at least deserves to be in A tier. I think I would put him in S tier if he had more screen time. But he appeared in season 3. So he didn't have much to do. He was a credible villain, don't get me wrong. He's the guy. To quote Dojo, Hannibal is the one that made Chase Young evil. I think it was something like that anyway. Hannibal Roy Bean is kind of the reason why any of this shit happened in the first place, really. If he didn't make Chase evil, things would have gone different. And probably a lot smoother. Yeah, great villain. I think if we could have had, again, if it was a season 4 or a TV special or movie of Xiaolin Showdown and Hannibal played a role in that, I would put him in S, but nah. Jackbots. Generic, you know. Just easy fights to show the heroes kicking butt. I like the designs though, and Jack put a lot of effort into having varied different versions of them, so yeah. But now we get to the man himself, the legend himself, Jack Spicer, S tier character. Any arguments? I don't think there should be any arguments. While Raimundo is still my favourite character, Jack Spicer, again, how can you not love him? He's hilarious. He's the Team Rocket of Xiaolin Showdown. He's the Jesse and James of Xiaolin Showdown. He's a villain that tries his best and keeps failing. But every now and then, he gets a victory. Every now and then. Even going back to what I said about Clay earlier, even Jack Spicer has more victories than Clay does in showdowns. I really want that to sink in. Jack Spicer has won more Shaolin Showdowns than Clay. And not even just showdowns, sometimes Jack Spicer has been able to outsmart both the heroes and the other villains of this show. He's been able to outsmart Chase Young, he's been able to outsmart our main 4 characters a few times. He's been able to best some of the other characters, such as Ruya or Catnappy. Jack deserves credit. He really does. And of course, he's mainly known for being the bumbling idiot villain, and he's great with that too. He's perfect comic relief. I don't think there's anything else I can say. He's a great character and he deserves to be in S tier. There should be more shows with characters like him. Jessie Bailey, I'll put you in C. I don't really care much about you. I think if she also, similar to Jermaine, became a recurring character, I think I would care more about her. And maybe we could have had some fun brother and sister dynamic between her and Clay if she was in more episodes. Catnappy, B tier. She has her moments, but Le Mime, if he was in more episodes, I would put him in B. Mala Zhong, I love his design. I think he's threatening when he is on screen. B tier. No, you know what? Screw it. A tier. I'll put him in A. Daddy Bailey. Yeah. Mrs. Crud. Ah, yes. Panda Bubba. Why was he, speaking of, again, lack of episodes, why was he only in a few episodes? Come on, man. I'm still putting him in A tier, but he should be in more episodes. He's one of the best villains in the show. Ah, the Snowman. I'll put you in B. Golems, C. Sabini, B. Ah, the Sapphire Dragon. I'll put him in A. I like the Sapphire Dragon. Sweet Baby Among Us. Underutilized Shengon Wu. Like, this is one of the most powerful Shengon Wu in the whole series, and what, they used it twice? I think we only see it get used twice, and one of them's just for a training session. We'll probably come back to that in this for this tier list, but more on that one in a sec. Let's see. T-Rex. T-Rex. Give him a B. Tabimura. Do not underestimate him. Yeah. I was trying to think of anything else to say, but I can't think of anything else. Funny villain. Vlad. I would put, again, I would put him higher if he was in more episodes. Booyah. I'll give her an A. Don't have much to say on her though. Despite being one of the most significant villains in the show. I don't have much to say. I like her enough to put her in A, and that's it. Booyah Bot. Was she... She was only in one episode, right? Yeah. Ah, the yes bot. Very creative, Jack Spicer. And the yin yang bird, I mean, there's not much to say about it. It's just a bird. Okay, that's it then. We're done. This is my tier list for the characters of Xiaolin Showdown. And yeah, these are the best 5 characters in the show. I will not hear anything otherwise. Nothing will be able to convince me anyone else is as good as these 5. So we're gonna call it a day with that one.